Good morning and Jai Hind everyone. So yesterday we were studying about the graph of trigonometric function. So you see the graph of sine x, cos x, okay. And just I today I discussing about the graph of tan x, cosec x, and sec x. Okay. So if you have a function like that, y is equal to tan x, understand? So you know tan x is defined for all the real number except odd integral multiples of pi by 2. Means at pi by 2, tan x is not defined. So not only pi by 2, for all integral multiple of pi by 2 such as 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, 7 pi by 2, for all it is not defined. Okay, so how you plot the graph of at the point where the any function is not defined. So in that case, what you do, you have to draw a vertical line parallel to y-axis, parallel to y-axis, and if that particular point curve is not defined, so you have to draw the graph which is not intersect that line, means that parallel line. Okay, so if you see, suppose here you take that means x dash x axis, and here you have y axis, y and y dash in this way. Okay, now you mark the points. Here you have 0. Here you take that means pi by 2, and again if you take here pi, and yes, one more point also you can take it 3 pi by 2, 3 pi by 2. In the same way, in negative direction, you can take here minus pi by 2, minus pi, and minus 3 pi by 2. So in this way, you can take here. Okay. And you already know at pi by 2, tan is not defined. So at this pi by 2 point, you draw a dotted line, a vertical dotted line, which is parallel to y-axis. In the same way, it is not defined at 3 pi by 2. So you can also draw a line parallel to y-axis, and in the same way at minus pi by 2, and at the point minus 3 pi by 2. Okay, so here you draw a line parallel to y-axis. Now see, here in 0 to pi by 2, tan is positive. Tan is positive, and at tan x is equal to 0, if you put x is equal to 0, you have y is equal to 0. Means the curve is starting from this point, and it is increasing, its value increases, and if the value of x becomes pi by 2, okay, 90 degree, so it becomes infinite. So you can say that in this interval 0 to pi by 2 in first quadrant, your graph is like that, means the curve is increasing, it is increasing in this way. Now if you move to 0 to pi by 2, so 0 to minus pi by 2 is your fourth quadrant, and in fourth quadrant tan is negative, tan is negative, understand? So you can say that at 0 it is 0, but if you go through minus pi by 2, it is minus infinite. So it is, yes, decreasing up to minus infinite. So you draw its graph like that. Yes, it becomes infinity, it is extend up to infinity. So this is the interval in which you draw the graph of tan x. In the same way, if you move beyond, that means in pi by 2 to pi, so well know, in pi by 2 to pi it is your second quadrant, and in second quadrant tan is negative, tan is negative. So and at pi, if you put x is equal to pi, the value of tan is 0, tan pi is equal to 0. So here you have 0, and pi by 2 to pi is your second quadrant. So again you can draw it is as in this way, means it move up to minus infinity, up to minus infinity. Now yes, move further from pi to 3 pi by 2, which is a third quadrant, and in third quadrant tan is positive, so you can draw like that. again it moved to, that means positive. Okay, that is your third quadrant. In the same way, if you move here in negative direction, minus pi by 2 to pi. Okay, so minus pi by 2 to pi is your third quadrant, and in third quadrant it is negative, sorry, positive. 10 is positive. So if you move to minus pi by 2 to pi, it is positive, and at pi by 2 it is 0. It is 0. So you can say that the graph is like that. That is in this way. The graph is like that. Now, if you move further, minus pi to 3 pi by 2. So that is your second quadrant. It is negative. So you can, yes, draw it. Yeah. So in this way, so that gives the graph of 10x. That gives the graph of 10x. Understand? In the same way, you can draw the graph of cot x also. No, see, at what point the value of cot x is not defined. First of all, you have to check at what point the value of cot x is not defined. So cot x is not defined for all those values of x for which cos x becomes 0. Sorry, sin x becomes 0. Okay, and sin x is 0 at 0 degree. At 0 degree. So not only 0 degree, it is 0 at all n pi. All n pi. So you can say that cot x is defined for all the real number except even integral multiples of pi by 2. Even integral multiples of pi by 2, cot x is not defined. So just check it, how you draw the graph of cot x. Understand? Okay, just see. If you have a function y is equal to cot x, so yes, draw again the graph. Here you take axis, x dash, y dash. At 0 degree, cot x is not defined. And suppose here you take pi by 2. Pi by 2. Here you take pi. And one more point, here you take 3 pi by 2. And in negative direction, suppose here you take minus pi by 2 and minus pi. Negative direction. Now see. First you decide that what are the points at which the cot is not defined. So at 0 degree it is not defined, at pi it is not defined, so you draw a vertical line, dotted vertical line, and in the same way minus pi it is not defined. Okay, now you draw the graph as per the quadrant. So for 0 to pi by 2, for 0 to pi by 2, and also the for 0 to pi by 2, cot is positive. Cot is positive. So at 0 it is not defined, and at pi by 2 means cot pi by 2 is equal to 0. Oh, sorry. Cot pi, yes. Cot pi by 2. Cot pi by 2 is equal to 0. So you can yes, write in this way. So in first quadrant from 0 to pi by 2, your graph is like that. Because at 0 it is not defined. So you make a parallel line to this portion, and that is decreasing, and it comes to pi by 2 means it is 0 at the 0 position. Now, if you see the graph at the portion pi by 2 to pi. So pi by 2 to the pi means second quadrant, and in second quadrant cot x is negative. Cot x is negative, and at pi it is not defined. Okay, so the graph you can draw like that. Yes, here it is not defined, and yes, it becomes parallel to this line which is at pi. Okay, so now if you move to further pi to 3 pi by 2, which is third quadrant, and in third quadrant cot is positive. So how you solve it? So at 3 pi by 2 it is 0, so it is positive, so you make the graph like that. So for 3 pi by 2 to pi to 3 pi by 2, which is third quadrant, so here it becomes not defined, and at 3 pi by 2 it is 0. So in this way, here you draw the graph in positive direction. Now come to negative direction for 0 to minus pi by 2, which is fourth quadrant, and in fourth quadrant cot is negative, and at pi by 2 it becomes 0. So you can draw like that. Yes, it is moving towards minus infinity. It is moving towards minus infinity, means it decreases in negative direction. Now, if you move further minus pi by 2 to minus pi, so that quadrant is, if you move in clockwise direction, here you see that that quadrant is third quadrant, and in third quadrant cot is positive. So you can that is plot like that in this way. So in this way, you have the graph of cot x. You have the graph of cot x. Now, the graph of sec x. So at what point you can say sec is not defined? Sec is not defined for all those points at which cos is 0. And cos is 0 at pi by 2. So you can say not only pi by 2, but sec x is not defined at all the real values, means all the real number. It is defined for all the real number except odd integral multiples of pi by 2. Odd integral multiples of pi by 2. Understand? Now just see how you plot the graph of sec x. So here you write y is equal to sec x. Y dash, x dash, and here you take x. Okay, here you have 0, and you know at x is equal to 0, the value of sec x is equal to 1. So here you mark a point 1 here. Suppose here you have 1 point, and on negative direction, suppose here you take minus 1. Suppose here you take minus 1, and here you take 1. Okay, so that is for 0. Means at 0, the curve is started from this 1 point. Understand? Now, suppose here you take pi by 2, which is first quadrant. Here you take pi, that pi by 2 to pi is your third quadrant. And again, here you take 3 pi by 2 and stop. And in the same way, here you take a negative direction, suppose minus pi by 2, and here you take minus pi. Okay. Now see, at pi by 2, sec is not defined. So here you draw a line parallel to y-axis. At 3 pi by 2, it is not defined. Here you also take a line. At minus pi by 2, you can draw a line parallel to y-axis. Okay, so in this way, here you draw a parallel dotted line at which the curve is not defined. Now, just see the nature or the behavior of the values of sec in first quadrant, means 0 to pi by 2. At x is equal to 0, the value of sec is 0, and at pi by 2, it is infinite. What does it mean? It starts from 1 and moving, that means up to infinity, increases up to infinity in first quadrant. So you can draw its curve like that. Yeah. In this way, you can draw its curve. Now move to 0 to pi by 2, minus pi by 2 in second, that means fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant, sec is also positive. Sec is positive, so you can draw it in this way. Here you have point 1, So yes, in first quadrant it is positive, and in fourth quadrant it is positive. So the curve is like that. That's the curve of sec x. In the same way, yes, in this quadrant, pi by 2 to pi. So in pi by 2 to pi is your quadrant, second quadrant. In second quadrant, sec is negative. So, and at pi, its value is -1. Sec pi is equal to -1. So you start from -1. If you see here, your -1 is here. Now corresponding to pi, you have value here, -1. Suppose that point is taken as -1, and at pi by 2, it becomes negative. That means pi by 2 is second quadrant. Pi by 2 to pi is your second quadrant. So, and it is negative also. So from starting from -1, it is decreases up to minus infinity. It is decreases up to minus infinity. You can draw in this way. And also from pi to 3 pi by 2, again it is negative. So you can also, yes, make it this. Yes, that becomes parallel to the line which is parallel to x-axis at x is equal to 3 pi by 2. So here you draw the curve of sec x in this way. Now, yes, move to this quadrant. So here minus pi by 2 to minus pi. Minus pi by 2 to minus pi is your which quadrant? So that is third quadrant. And in third quadrant, sec is negative. So, and at minus pi, its value is -1. So you start from this one. Suppose that point is -1, and the curve is decreasing up to in negative direction. So in this way, here you see the curve of sec x in different values. Okay, understand? Now, next function, which is cosec x. Yes, y is equal to cosec x. So the cosec x is defined. First, to check the cosec x is not defined for all for which points. Okay, so the cosec x is not defined for all those points where sine x is 0, and sine x is 0 at 0 degree. So you can say that not only 0, but you can say that yes, at all even integral multiple of pi by 2. Even integral multiple of pi by 2 means what? Yes, at pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, for all its values, you can say cosec x is not defined. Okay. And also at pi by 2, its value is 1. Okay. Its value is 1. So, yes, solve it. Okay. Suppose here you take x dash, x axis, y dash. Here you take 0. For 0, its value is 0. Cosec 0. Cosec 0 is not defined. And here you have pi by 2. And here you take pi and 3 pi by 2. And in negative direction, you take minus pi by 2 and minus pi. Okay. Now, 0 degree, it is not defined. Pi, it is not defined. So you draw dotted line. At minus pi, it is also not defined. So here you take dotted line. Now check the behavior. And also, just you see, at pi by 2, the value of cosec is 1. So on y-axis, you mark a point as suppose 1, and in negative direction. And suppose here you take a point -1. Here you take points 1 and -1. Okay, just see it. At 0, the value is not defined. And at pi by 2, its value is what? At pi by 2, its value is 1. So here you start from this one at pi by 2, that is 1, and it becomes infinite. So You can draw the curve like that. Here at pi by 2, its value is 1. So you start from this one. And at 0 degree, it becomes infinite. And in 0 to pi by 2, it is positive. That's why you can say that its value is increases from 1 to infinite. It 1 to infinite. Okay. Now move to second quadrant. In second quadrant, cosec is positive. Cosec is positive. So the curve is like that. Yes. So in this way, you can draw its curve. Now, move to third quadrant. In third quadrant, cosec is positive, and at pi by 2, its value is what? -1. Yes, -1. So mark that point as -1. Here you take -1. So you start from this one and moving up to minus infinity. Yes, moving up to minus infinity like that. Okay. Now move to second, that is negative direction. In 0 to minus pi by 2. In 0 to minus pi by 2, that is your fourth quadrant. And in fourth quadrant, cosec is positive, negative. So you start from -1. That point is -1 because cosec minus pi by 2. If you want to find the value of cosec minus pi by 2, so you well know cosec minus x is equal to minus cosec x. Okay. So here you have minus cosec pi by 2 and cosec pi by 2 is equal to 1. So overall your value is -1. So you start from this -1 and at 0 degree it becomes infinity. So you can that is plot like that in this way. That is in fourth quadrant. Now come to third quadrant, minus pi by 2 to pi. In third quadrant, cosec is again negative, and at pi its value is infinite. So you draw the curve in this way. So that gives the graph of cosec x. So here you see that here you draw all the, here you learn how you draw the graph of sine x to up to cosec x. Okay. So in different values, and also here you see that how you find the domain of the different trigonometric functions here. Okay. So after this, we're trying to solve, that is derive very important result, that is formula of trigonometric ratio, that is function, and that formula is very important because that formula is the base formula. Just I am saying that base formula because all the formula in the trigonometric is completely derived from that one. So what are the concept behind that? How you derive that formula with the help of unit circle? So here I discuss it. Okay. So just write heading. Next heading is trigonometric function. Note it. Trigonometric functions of sum and difference. Yes, right, beta. Trigonometric functions of sum and difference. Okay. And here first of all, I want to derive a formula cos x plus y. Just note it. Okay. So here I want to derive a formula cos x plus y is equal to cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. So that is your basic formula. Understand? And with the help of that formula, you can derive all the formula related to trigonometry. Understand? So first of all, you think about it, how you derive this. But listen, all of you, That is only just I derived that only to build up the concept, but no any examination, whether your exam, your home exam or any competitive exams, there is no any questions like that. Yes, derive it. Okay, only for the building the concept of unit circle, we trying to derive this formula. Okay, so just listen. What are you taking here? Suppose here you take a unit circle in this way. Here O is the center, and suppose here you take a point. No doubt, if you take here unit circle, so the coordinate of a point is 1, 0. Here you take any p point, and such that arc of AP is equal to x. Okay, and you take other point Q, such that arc PQ. Here arc PQ is equal to y. Length of arc PQ is equal to y, and length of arc AP is equal to x. And other point also here you have to take, suppose R point, which is taken in negative direction. So if you see here, if you take here AP arc as x, so no doubt this angle is x radian. Here you have y, so angle APOQ is equal to y, and here you move in negative direction clockwise, so that is taken as suppose minus y. Clear? So as per the concept of unit circle, just you see, if you are saying arc AP makes angle x at the center of circle, so you can say the coordinate of P point is cos alpha, cos x, sin x, cos x, sin x. Okay. In the same way, if you are talking about Q point, so what is the value of Q, coordinate of Q point? So you see that the coordinate of Q point is cos x plus y, sin x plus y. Okay. Now, if you are talking about the coordinate of R point, so you can write cos of minus y, sin of minus y. So in this way, here you have the coordinate of each point which lying on a unit circle. Okay. So the figure shows all the, that means assumption which I take here. Understand? So only you have to write the coordinate. So here you see the coordinate of A point is 1, 0. The coordinate of P point is cos x, sin x. Understand? And the coordinate of Q point is taken as cos of x plus y, sin of x plus y. Okay, in this way. And the coordinate of R point is taken as cos of minus y, sin of minus y, sin of minus y. So in this way, you have the coordinate of all that values. Okay, here just you see minus y, and here you have y. Understand? So minus y means what? Minus y indicates only the direction of that angle. Means that angle is moving as the same amount as of PQ, but in negative direction. But if you are talking about the length of arc, so you can see that yes, length of arc are equal. Means you can say length of arc AR is equal to PQ. Length of arc AR is equal to PQ. Okay, because here you have the same angle which we formed here. So you can say that yes, arc PQ is equal to arc RA. Understand? So write it. You start from this point. So you start from this point. So you can say that arc PQ, length of arc PQ is equal to length of arc AR. Understand? Arc length of both are equal. Now you adding AP arc both sides. AP arc both sides. So add it. So if you add, so write arc PQ plus arc AP is equal to arc AR plus arc AP. Here you add arc AP on both sides. Understand? So if you add here both sides, then what you have? If you are adding this one, you have arc AQ. Yes, right here. So here you have arc AQ is equal to, now see this one, AR plus PQ, so you have arc PR. Arc PR. So in this way, arc AQ and arc PR are equal. So if these two arcs are equal, then you can say that their corresponding chords are also equal. Their corresponding chords are also equal. So if you see the figure, arc AQ, so you have corresponding arc means what? Chord. Chord AQ is equal to chord PR, so you join it. So these two chords are equal. Chord AQ is equal to chord PR. Yes, now note it. Yes, chord AQ is equal to chord PR. So these two chords are equal. Okay, and you can very easily find the length of chords. So if chords are equal, so no doubt their squares value are also equal. So write it. AQ square is equal to PR square. Yes, note it up to that. AQ square is equal to PR square. So you can very easily find the value of AQ square by using distance formula or in between Q and A. Because here you have the coordinate of Q point, coordinate of A point, and in the same way PR, coordinate of P and coordinate of R, all are known. Only you have to applying the distance formula in between them. Okay, first you write it. बेटा डन, नोट कर लिया सब लोग? Are you written all that steps? Yes, prompt please. Are you written?
Yes, sir.
Okay, done now? Okay, beta. Okay, now you applying distance formula in between them and just see what is your result. Now see, yes, applying the distance formula in between AQ. So you have formula x2 minus x1 whole square. So you can write cos x plus y minus 1 whole square. X2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So y1 is equal 0. So you have sine square x plus y. Sine square x plus y. So here you have x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square and is equal to yes, distance formula in between these 2 points RP. So you can write cos of minus y minus cos x whole square plus sine of minus y minus sine y sine x whole square. You can write in this way. Now expanding, applying here a plus b whole square. So you have cos square x plus y plus 1 minus 2 cos x plus y plus sine square x plus y sine square x plus y is equal to, okay, and just to see the result, cos minus y, cos minus x is equal to cos x, so it becomes positive. So here you only applying the formula for cos a minus b, a minus b whole square. So this can be written cos square y plus cos square x, and yes, write it here, minus 2 cos x cos y, 2 cos x cos y, and here just see sine of minus y is equal to minus sine y, and here you have negative, and just you see here whole square terms is there. Understand? So if you're taking minus common from that, and here you have whole square, so it becomes positive. So that can be written as plus sine square y plus sine square x plus 2 sine x sine y, 2 sine x sine y. So you can write in this way, 2 sine x sine y. Now just simplifying, just see here, cos square x plus y plus sine square x plus y is equal to 1, and 1 is here, so 1 and 1 makes 2. So here you have 2, and minus 2 cos x plus y, this term 2 cos x plus y, and is equal to, just see, cos square y plus sine square y is equal to 1. In the same way, cos square x plus sine square x is equal to 1. So 1 plus 1, and that is equal to 2. Now taking 2 common, minus 2 common in between the remaining terms. So you have cos x cos y minus sin x sin y. Minus sin x sin y, you can write in this way. So here you see that yes, 2 and 2 is cancelled out from both sides. This 2 and this 2 is cancelled out. Now yes, here you have minus 2 common, minus 2 common. Okay, just see, if you cancel minus 2 in that is further step, so minus 2 is also cancelled out from both sides, and finally you have a result, cos of x plus y is equal to cos x cos y minus sin x sin y, minus sin x sin y, and that is your formula. So you note this one, and the rest, all the formula are completely based on this one. So that is your important formula, and time is about to close. Only you have to note it, and yes, from tomorrow we have to discuss all the related formula of the trigonometry. Then all we trying to solve the questions based on the all that type of identity. And you
Yes,
should,
sir.
yes, and you should have to learn all that things. Okay. Thank you, beta. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, note it. And rest of the formula are completely based on this one. That's why it is important. Or okay, because that formula is comes out with the help of unit circle, and yes, here you applying the concept which you already know about the unit circle. So that is the importance of unit circle. Without that, you are not able to, that means, derive it. Okay. So it be derived geometrically. So that is yes, no doubt, more typical. Are you noted?
Yes, sir.
Okay, beta. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, beta. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, all of you.